Hi everybody, this is Dr.A.R.Johnson, Assistant Professor from St.Joseph College of Arts and Science, Cuddalore. The topic what I am going to take here is entity. So what is an entity? An entity is an object that exists undistinguishable from other objects. So I'll just repeat this. An entity is an object that exists undistinguishable from other objects. So for example, the Aadhaar number, what we use, it is an entity. For example, voters ID, the student's register number. So these are some of the examples of an entity. For example, these things are unique. These things are unique. So this is called as entities. So these entities are formed with an attributes. What is called an attribute? The properties of an entities are called as attributes. The properties of the entities are called as attributes. For example, I take an entity called as customer. So this customer has four attributes. The first one is account number. The second one is customer name. The third one is customer street. The last one is customer city. So these are the four attributes of the customer. So before coming to these attributes are made up of domains. What is a domain? The permitted values are called as domains. So the attributes have set of permitted values, that is called as domains. So domains is nothing but set of permitted values. Right, here, so for example, I take this customer name. The customer name has a set of permitted string. The customer name has a set of permitted certain length of strings. And here comes account number. It is the set of positive integers. So these are called as domains. So I just come back from the first. The first thing is entity. An entity is an object that exists undistinguishable from other objects. An entity has properties. That properties are called as attributes. Though all the attributes are made up of domains. So domains is nothing but a set of permitted values. It depends on the integers and depends on the strings. Right. So here I just come back to this customer. This customer is representative of ER diagram. These customers are representative of ER diagram. So ER diagram has some four components. The first one is rectangle. It is used to represent entity. And second one is ellipse, used to represent attributes. And third one is diamond, used to represent relationship, perform relationship. The last one is line, used to represent entities to the attributes and entities to the relationships. So this line is used to represent attributes to the entity sets and entities to the relationships. So you have an ER diagram for this customer. I will make an ER diagram for this customer. So as we saw here, we got customer, like four properties. The first one is account number, customer name, customer street, customer city. So I am going to form an ER diagram for this customer. Right. So as we saw here in this ER diagram components, you got four symbols: rectangle, ellipse, diamonds, and straight lines. So rectangles are used to represent entities, ellipse for attributes, diamonds for relationships, and straight line for linking the components. Right. And here, as we saw here, the rectangle I use here for customer because this is the entity. So here I got some four components. The first one is account number, second one is customer name, next customer street, next comes customer city. So this is a simple ER diagram. So this is a simple ER diagram for this entity called customer. So I just given all the things what I have seen from the first. The first one is entity. Entity is an object that is that exists distinguishable from other objects. Each entity has the attributes. Attributes are nothing but the properties of the entities. The attributes are made up of domains. Domains are having a set of permitted values. It depends on the string and depends on the integers. So we saw the four components here. The first one is rectangle used to represent entities, ellipse used to represent attributes, and diamonds used to represent the relationship, and lines used to represent the linking of points, right? So is the ER diagram for the entity customer. We got one entity and 4 attributes. So attributes are the properties, right? So here, coming back here, we got the 4 types of attributes to be represented. We got 4 types of attributes to be represented. The first one is types of attributes. Types of attributes. The first one is simple and composite. Simple attribute and composite. And second one is single valued and multi-valued. And next one is null values. And next one is derived attributes. Right. First, we talk about this simple attributes and composite attributes. The simple attributes, the simple attributes are nothing but these simple attributes cannot be further divided into subparts. These simple attributes will not be divided into further subparts. These composite attributes can be divided into more number of subparts. For example, name. Can this name be subdivided? Yes. How? It will be having the first name, it will be having the middle name, it will be having the last name. For example, take Ramasamy, or for example, take Shivakumar. So how they will write this can be bifurcated, and this is called as, you write the Shiva, and here will be Shivakumar. So this is what composite. For example, simple is nothing but it cannot be further subdivided. For example, the bank account number, that cannot be what? Subdivided, right? So this, for example, account number. Can this be subdivided? No. So this is simple attribute and this is composite attributes. So simple attributes cannot be subdivided into further subparts, and composite attributes can be subdivided. For example, a better example, you can take the name, you can take the address. How this address can be clarified? How this address can be classified, right? First, you can get the door number. You can go for the street number, street name. You can go for the area. You can go for the town. You can go for the state. So on. You can keep on bifurcating, right? So this is the thing. Next one is single valued and multi-valued. What is single valued, multi-valued? This single valued will be having only one answer. This single valued will be having one answer for its question. But this multi-valued will be having many number of answers. For example, if I am going to be there, I will be having one account number. That is single valued. This multi-valued is nothing but if I am going to be I am insuring some policies, I will be having many number of nominees. For example, my daughters, my mother, my wife, my parents, whatever might be, right? So, so this is called as multi-value. But the single value is going to be only of single answer. For example, if someone is going to be asking my age, I am going to say my age. That is single. I can't keep on saying 2-3 values, right? So this is called as single value. Next, I am coming back is null values. What is null values? What is basically what we talk about null? Null is nothing but unknown values. Unknown values or not applicable values is called as null values. So while going for what? If you are going to prepare a resume for yourself, if you are going to be what? If you know some of the details, you can fill the details. If you are not willing to give the details, that is going to be called as what? Unknown or applicable. So these sort of values are called as null values, right? And finally comes your derived attributes. What is derived attributes? Will not be, for example, you are filling an application. You are filling an application. There has been asked your age. Your age has been asked. You are not filling that, but you have filled your date of birth. Is it clear? Right? So you have filled your date of birth. For example, 3/1/1990. This is your date of birth. But you have left out this age. Is it possible to calculate this age from this date of birth? Yes, quite normal, right? So this is called as derived values. So I don't want to fill this age, but by using this calendar, probably what? It might be of what? 30 years of old now. It might be 30 years because we are in 2020 here. So there 10 years and here 20 years. Yeah, I can fill the age automatically. This is derived attributes. So here see the 4 types of attributes: simple attributes and composite attributes. Simple attributes or attributes that cannot be further divided into subparts. And these composite attributes is the one which can be divided into subparts, for example, address, name, etc. And then comes single value, multi-valued. Single value is the one which has only a single answer. This multi-value is that will be having many types of answers. And then next comes your derived attributes, null values. Null values, you got two things, one is unknown, one is not applicable. Wherever it doesn't know the answer, or wherever it doesn't want to deliver our answers, those will be forming into what? Null values. And coming back to the last one, this is called derived attributes. Derived attributes, for example, I already have given one example. For example, one name is called as, we take for example, Vasanti. V.A.S. Vasanti. Here gender is there. She has not filled the word. She has not filled the gender. So probably by the name, what Vasanti is going to be, probably 90% what is going to be what? A female. So this can be derived from this. Right? So these sort of things are called as derived attributes. So this is about the entities. I just have a small revision about this. Entities is an object that exists and distinguishable from other objects. That is called as an entity. Entities are made up. Entities carry out attributes. Attributes carry out domains. Domains are nothing but a set of permitted values. So we got entity here diagram here. We got four components: rectangle, ellipse, diamonds, and straight lines. Rectangle used to represent entities. Ellipse used to represent attributes. Diamonds used to relationship, and straight line used to link the attributes. Right? And we saw a diagram here. So and finally we went to types of attributes. That is simple attributes and composite attributes, single valued, multi-valued, null attributes, null values, and derived attributes. Right? Thanks a lot for listening to this. Thank you.